guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. If you are new to my channel, what's up? Hey, stay a while, subscribe, let's be friends. Dude, today's video is all about gym do's and don'ts, okay? And let's get real, being a professional gym goer now for a couple of years, okay? Having that under my belt, there are definitely some unspoken gym rules. So welcome to Gym Etiquette with Britt. We're gonna just hop right in. One of my biggest don'ts is to not stand in front of the dumbbell racks. Okay, so in the gym, you've got your dumbbell rack, okay? Rack of all the dumbbells. And then you've got a little bit of space enough for you to like walk and, you know, move. And then you've got normally benches, okay? That little area is the safe haven, okay? That's just like a no-go zone. Grab your weights, get out, leave that area free, and don't work out on the rack. Like, that's just a no-go. Don't do that. Don't do your exercise on the rack. People do rows. Yesterday, a guy was doing lunges. Like, he was just leaving his things there and then picking them up and doing lunges right on the rack. It's like, I can't grab any weights. You're in my way. It's really uncomfortable for everybody, and especially if you have heavy weight and you're trying to put it back on the rack and somebody's in your way, you literally cannot re-rack your weights because somebody's standing there. And that is, I feel like, one of the top unspoken gym rules. Next up is don't use 1,000 weights at once, okay? There are people who just have like 4 or 5 sets of dumbbells. 2 is okay, especially if you're drop setting or super setting. Like, you've got to be aware of your surrounding. That's a big do. Along the same lines is don't be in people's personal space. There's also a bubble, especially with COVID, okay? Like 6 feet. That's great. In the gym, let's keep that. Yesterday, seriously, I was doing skull crushers and there was a guy standing at like the corner of my back bench. And every time I went down, I'm like, dude, does he not see me doing these? Like, I'm so close to him. Like, I swear I was almost hitting him the whole time and it was stressing me out. Like, dude, I just want to like focus on my workout. Why are you so close to me? There is so much room. Go somewhere else instead of the corner of my bench. And he was just standing there. And what goes with that one is, oh, there were so many Instagram comments on this one specifically, is don't block somebody's mirror view. If somebody's getting a rad pump, if we're freaking, okay, and someone like goes in front of you or even like in the corner and kind of blocks your mirror view, at least wait until they're done with their set. And even like crossing in front of people, sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, like I don't want to like cross in front of you to like ruin your block of vision, because you know you're just like so focused on you and that lift in that moment. That's a big no-no for sure. And I feel like there's some like pretty basic ones, like don't sit on your phone on a machine. Okay, there's people who just sit there and text forever. And another one that's kind of similar to that is not to hog a machine. I know some gyms only have like 1, maybe 2 squat racks. So only do the exercises that you have to do in that squat rack. I know some Planet Fitnesses only have like 2 Smith machines, and my mom's always saying, I always see people doing like calf raises or exercises that they could be doing somewhere else, where that's the only squat rack that if you want to do squats, you can do them in that gym. You can do that exercise somewhere else. Let somebody who wants that squat rack to do squats, let them do that. If you're doing supersets, try to keep those pretty close together. You know, it's really hard when you're hogging like a bench with dumbbells and then, you know, you might be doing a lat pull down way in the other area, kind of saving those 2 spots. I understand supersets are cool if your gym's not as busy, but if your gym is really, really busy and there's limited space, you know, try to keep your supersets close to each other. Try to find something else that'll work instead of hogging 2 main places where, you know, somebody just can't use the lat pull downs while you're using it, unless if they're like down to work in. I know lots of dudes are into working in, and you know, if you're a brave girl, it's hard for me to ask to work in because I just am like, but it's okay if people want to work in on those sets. You know, you just, again, don't want to hog too much equipment. Just be courteous of everybody who's trying to use it as well. It is a shared space, but at the same time, you have every right to have your own great workout. Again, just be courteous, be respectful. Definitely ask if somebody's using something. You know, sometimes there's weight left on because people have a hard time unracking their weights, apparently. You know, I always ask like the people next to them, like, is anybody on this? Like, have you seen anybody? And you know, it's like the gym talk, like everyone has their headphones in so they can't really hear, so you're just like, anyone on this? You know, like you're just mouthing the words and like pointing, and normally people are like, no. Gym mouth conversation, it's great. Oh my gosh, I freaking love the gym. It's just ridiculous. Gym culture is hilarious. Definitely, especially because of the times, but always clean up after yourself, wipe down your equipment, re-rack your weights. Those are like 2 major basic simple ones that I don't know why people fail to do that. And why is it always the leg press? People are always loading up the leg press and they just do their little like toe curls, not toe curls, but their little calf raises when they load up that leg press, and I'm like, dude, you can't unrack it. Like, okay, why? It's totally fine to ask for a spot. If you're trying to start a conversation, be considerate about the timing. Like, watch their sets, make sure they're done. Maybe you're going in between when they're moving on to the next exercise or having a water break. Like, ask at a convenient time for them. Don't stand around people and like wait for them to be done before talking to them. Like, if I'm in the middle of bicep curls and someone's like standing here, I'm like, you are making me so uncomfortable. Like, give people their space, remember, and be courteous when talking to them. All right, and let's talk about the biggest don't, okay? This is the biggest don't. Don't stare. Don't freaking stare, okay? Don't use the mirror. Like, dude, we see you. We see you. You're using all 500 mirrors in the gym, you know, looking at all of them to check people out, okay? And I'm not saying this is just guys staring at girls, okay? For the majority, I feel like it kind of is. It does lean toward that way. But there are also a lot of girls who do stare at guys, okay? So those are all of the ones that I kind of had. I'm gonna read a couple off Instagram to make sure I don't miss any. It is under this Instagram post if you wanna go check it and read a ton of people's comments. It is really, really fun. Oh, here's a good one. If there are 20 treadmills available, do not get on the one right next to me, beyond annoying. 127 likes. That is true. If there are a ton of treadmills, why are you getting on the only one next to me? Why is that a thing? Do not do that. Here's a good one. Don't take a bench or a squat rack if you're gonna just stand around and talk the whole time instead of lifting and doing your workout. Amen. Most people are there to work and to work out. If you are gonna talk to somebody, make it short, make it sweet, or do it at the end of their workout. Always try to find a convenient time. There's a lot about like people making really loud noises, loud grunting, yelling, cursing, you know, all of that stuff. Oh, another one. Bench pressing in a squat rack. If there are open bench presses, please use an open bench press because you can't squat there. You can only squat in a squat rack. So that's definitely another one of using equipment like appropriately. When you're performing exercises in front of a mirror and someone stands directly in front of you, yep, we talked about that one. Making unnecessary comments about you during your workout. Yeah, if you see someone's water bottle, phone, instead of dumbbells on an empty bench, do not move it and take over that spot. Again, yes. When someone is supersetting with 5,000 machines but get mad at you when you use one of them after they had abandoned it for over 10 minutes. Again, if you're doing supersets, keep them close together or allow somebody to work in. Please wear deodorant because I'm gagging at some of you smelling bad. When people comment about what you're wearing, yeah, don't do that. When guys stare, don't do that. Always clean your equipment after use. Do that. Oh, spending 2 hours on the only Smith machine in the gym and then sitting there for almost most of the time. That breaks my heart. That just like, you're totally wasting a piece of equipment that other people are ready to utilize. Do what you need to use that specific piece of equipment for and then move on. Commenting on how much weight a girl can't lift. Harassing women in the gym. Yeah, I got a story for you. Really, really fun to read through these and to read through people's experiences. Helps me feel like I'm not alone. And you know, if you have done any of these things in the gym before, it's okay. It's hard to even know what's cool to do in the gym and what's not. You know, that's why you're here with the Etiquette with Britt. I know that the gym can be an intimidating and kind of scary place, especially when you're starting out. I just want you to feel more comfortable and you to have as many resources so that you feel like you are able to do this by yourself. So I hope that this video was helpful, and if not, it's really funny. And I would love to hear more gym do's and don'ts down in the comments below. Let us hear them. I love hearing people's stories. I have so many gym stories that I could tell. Let me know if you want me to do a whole video on those, because I would love to either read some of your stories or talk about my own. Like, that would be hilarious. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching this. Go ahead and subscribe to my channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you never miss a video. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, whatever, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.